Good morning. It is February 22nd, and this is our WildFlow portion of our superfood lifestyle support call every Thursday morning. And what's flowing through me this morning has to do with patterning. And so, for those of you who have been following WildFlow, doing a bit of it on your own, perhaps, or at least here on Thursday mornings, following the recordings, this may make a lot more sense to you. There's the we develop patterns. So there's patterns that develop in the womb. You know, your mother had certain thought patterns. Her mother had certain thought patterns. Your mother had certain movement patterns. Movement patterns, thought patterns develop certain habits. And so with WildFlow, one of the beautiful parts of it is that when someone else is telling us what to do, then we start to learn how the discomfort begins to break certain patterns. However, usually we fall right back into those patterns unless we have a lot of awareness and we track them and we notice them and we observe them. And so with WildFlow, what I'd love for you to focus on today is if when we enter into the movement portion of WildFlow, if you tend to flow into the same general pattern, whether that's beginning with your neck or beginning with your shoulders, and notice if you have similar thoughts each time, and just observe what patterns you follow. You know, we have reaction patterns in certain circumstances. We have based on our experience or on our ancestral experience or our hurts or whatever it is. So those patterns become habitual in our physical body as well. And so when we can start to observe our own patterns, then we can start to slowly begin to transform them and break out of those patterns. Those patterns typically are comfortable. They're something we've always done. They're something that our parents did. And so when we break out of certain patterns, then it can be uncomfortable. And that's the whole point, is to begin to feel the comfort within the discomfort. And that's part of what WildFlow helps us to do. So begin to close your eyes if that feels right for you. Begin to feel a connection to this physical vessel that you reside in through your breath, through noticing any sensations of your clothes on your skin. You're sitting on your seat. Check in as if this vessel was your greatest teacher, because it is. Noticing these patterns will help to break codes of what you wish to change. Begin to breathe deeply. Let go with any sighs that may wish to come out. Feel the expansive space within you. And if you typically do wild flow seated in your chair, I welcome you to stand up. If you typically do wild flow standing up, I welcome you to bring your yoga ball, have a seat on your yoga ball. If you typically begin with your upper body and your neck and your shoulders, I welcome you to start to explore your hips and pelvic bowl first. So, wherever you wish to start, begin to explore the different angles by moving very slowly and intentionally. See if you can create a certain level of discomfort by exploring your edges, by moving in ways that feel very different to you. Allowing those movements to be in your imagination, in your creativity. Perhaps they're movements that you've never seen done before. And notice if there are certain parts of you that would be helped by adding pressure with your hands, with your feet, with any props. Stepping out of any linear movement into a creative dance kind of space, but slow and meditative without any music. Just this relationship between your thoughts and your body. Exploring this space of pleasure, discomfort, awareness, this edge. We have very deep understandings of the physical structure of the body, the fascia, and how the bones are connected to the tendons and the muscles and the ligaments. But do you know how you move uniquely you in relationship to your structure? Are there parts of you that you just haven't even moved or related to in a long time, maybe ever? Expanding your internal capacity for awareness. Does a certain experience create tension in the same spot? Are you aware enough of your thoughts that one thought, how it shows up in your movement, in your body, in your muscles, in your organs? Now imagine you could see inside your cells and what are carried from a even a subcellular place, your mitochondria, out to your cells. Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, and those organs are attached to muscles and fascia, through fascia, I should say. And so when we begin to explore these movement patterns, we begin to release light into these dense tissues, light in the form of oxygen, blood, lymph, tension. Tension creates activation. It's like an internal massage. Experience the freedom of being fully in charge and fully aware of the sensations inside your body. This is your deepest connection to nature. And I believe we're only as healthy as we are connected to nature. One relationship allows the other. Vibrant health is measured by our connection to our own nature. There's lots of ways that we disconnect. And begin to bring your movement to stillness. And settle into your resting place. And when you are comfortable And still begin to notice the difference in how you feel inside, the difference in your thoughts, the space in your body. Notice if you feel lighter, and then take the time to thank this physical vessel. Let go of all criticism you have for it or have in the past. Bring present the gratitude. Complete reverence for this body, this piece of nature that is yours.